Russia's war in Ukraine has for months been held in a state of relative stalemate. However, a new large-scale offensive by Russian forces is currently underway in an effort to overwhelm a dogged Ukrainian resistance as the effects of slowing international aid begin to take hold, largely driven by the deep division in U.S. politics. Nowhere is the evidence of this more starkly visible than the most recent performance of Ukraine's air defenses against the almost daily onslaught of Russian drone and cruise missile attacks on civilian urban targets. For much of the now two-year conflict, Ukraine, with the support of U.S. and NATO allies' equipment, has intercepted at times 100% of Russian projectiles. However, this latest attack shows a more worrying statistic for the residents of Ukraine's cities: a third of Russian drones bypassing Ukrainian defenses to wreak terror on the embattled Ukrainian civilian population. The message from military analysts is clear: continued international support towards enhancing Ukraine's air defense capabilities is key to protecting Ukraine from the Kremlin's tyrannical war on their civilian population and democratic system. This current change in picture is seen as a direct consequence of the border dispute in Washington between Democrats and Trump-aligned Republicans. However, hope may be on the horizon, with the Senate passing an historic bipartisan bill, a deal which includes many of the policy provisions supported by the Republican Party over the past 15 years, including a dramatic rewriting of the asylum system, an end to the catch-and-release program allowing undocumented immigrants into the country to wait for processing, and billions of dollars for improvements to U.S. border security. However, factions close to former President Donald Trump within the House, led by House Speaker Mike Johnson, are poised to reject the deal, reportedly following the former president's instruction to prolong the border crisis in order to support his bid to regain the presidency this November. The measure includes $60 billion in funding for Ukraine, where soldiers are running out of ammunition as the country seeks to repel Russian troops nearly 2 years after the invasion. Much of that money would go towards supporting Ukraine's military operations and to replenishing the U.S. supply of weapons and equipment that have been sent to the front lines. Another $14 billion would go to support Israel and U.S. military operations in the region. More than $8 billion would go to support U.S. partners in the Indo-Pacific region, including Taiwan, as part of its effort to deter aggression by China. It also allots nearly $10 billion for humanitarian efforts in Ukraine, Israel, and Gaza, where nearly a quarter of residents are starving and large swaths of the territory have been ravaged. The $95 billion package is relatively modest compared to the total U.S. federal government spending, which topped $6.134 trillion in 2023. The package, which is seen as key to maintaining global security in this unprecedentedly volatile era, representing only 1.5% of the total U.S. budget. The Senate Majority Leader, Chuck Schumer, hailed passage of the aid package as a clear message to allies and foes that American leadership will not waver, will not falter, will not fail. Today, the Senate made sure that the United States is closer to meeting the monumental and consequential moment that we are in, Schumer said in a press conference on Tuesday morning. Now, it's up to the House to meet this moment, to do the right thing and save democracy as we know it.